Good morning. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about pumpkin. So you may have some pumpkins sitting around your house because Thanksgiving just got over with. And if you do, you can go ahead and freeze them. And what I like to do is after I boil off the pumpkin, I like to save the water. And it is delicious. I drink big glasses of this. I love it. And it is another way for me to get in more liquid in a day that tastes good without all the sodium. And pumpkin is wonderful and full of vitamins. So you may want to start rethinking how you throw away all of your water from when you if you make puree, pumpkin puree, or if you, blanch it or whatever, you may want to rethink about that. And that goes for other vegetables as well. So when you boil broccoli, I like to save the water and I drink it. I put it in the fridge and I put it in glass containers like this. And I put it in the fridge. The same thing goes for like green beans. You have that wonderful green color when you take the green beans out or the broccoli out of the water and you just pour it down the sink. I've done that for years. And now I am rethinking all of this because you're pouring away all the antioxidants and the vitamins. So we're going to be carving this pumpkin. We're going to find a knife. And I've already washed it. And we're just going to try to get it cut in half. That's the best way. Some people like to turn it on the sides, but it rolls around. I like to keep it just kind of stationary like this. And then kind of just work your way down. And it's not easy to cut a pumpkin. See how it just slides on you? So you have to be very, very careful. Pumpkin is almost bigger than I am. So let's get our knife back out there. Would have been nice to have my guys do this for me, but I didn't think about it at the time. So just gonna take it slow. Work our way inward. Once you get it in half, you can lay it down and it's much safer and easier to cut. Knife back out here a little bit. There we go. I think it'd be so hard. But that means that it's still good, right? It's still going to be yummy. And you don't want to use a pumpkin that's already been carved. You'll have bacteria in there and you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that it's never been carved. And it's from the grocery store, not just from someplace that it grew that you don't trust. You want to make sure that it is from a good source. I'm going to try to cut this stem out. That way it will fall apart in two, and then we can get it to lay down. Whoa, there we go. Nice and clean inside. You have all the seeds. I'm going to grab some paper so I can put all of this stuff onto the paper. So let me grab that. I should have had that already prepared. Sorry about that. I fold newspaper up in a basket, so I always have newspaper around for things like this. So whatever kind of paper, and I fold it up into squares, and I put it in my laundry area, and then I always have it. Maybe one more. Okay, let's get rid of this thing. I don't think I'm going to do the seeds this time. I already have some that I did the seeds a while back ago, so I'm not going to do the seeds this time. So I'm just going to kind of get it to, I can get it into some smaller pieces. There we go. Very good, very good. Let's see, how about another chunk here? Yes, another chunk. Around. Let's get that cut down. Yes. All righty. So then we're going to kind of scoop this stuff out. So for 1 cup of pumpkin is 49 calories. Yeah, 49 calories. So that's pretty darn good. So it's wonderful for your body, healthy. Okay. Grab a spoon. See if I can clean it a little better with a spoon. Okay. One portion looks pretty good. So it has 0.2 grams of fat, which is very low. It has 2 grams of protein. This is per cup, okay? And then it has 12 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and vitamin A, 245%, vitamin C, potassium, 16%, copper 11%, magnesium 11%, vitamin B2 and vitamin E, and 8% iron. So see how valuable pumpkin is to your overall health. So it may reduce the risk of chronic disease, boost the immune system. So that's a huge plus right there, right? Especially with winter coming. I like to even like make pumpkin lattes, like make a cup of coffee and pull it out of the freezer and have some of that in my coffee some days in the winter, you know, when it's kind of gray outside and it's like you need just a little something different. So I like to have variety of where you can, you know, you can have some different things and not always have to have the same thing every single day. Because you want to divide up your nutrients, right? You want to get the best nutrients, and that comes with eating different things. So you don't want to eat the same thing every day. You want to make sure that you are eating a variety of foods and a variety of, you know, fruits and vegetables. So, okay. Wonderful. Stack that here, I guess. I put this big piece over here. It's not leaking or anything. Okay, and then other than boosting the immune system, it may protect your eyesight. So that's really good news. And it's nutrient dense and low calorie count. So that's why I love it. And it may promote weight loss. So that is so cool. And I got a lot of this information online from, I think it was Healthline, is where I got my sources. It's a good source of fiber. Many may lower your risk of cancer. It may also offer heart health, which is awesome. With high antioxidants, which may protect bad LDL cholesterol from oxidizing. So when cholesterol particles oxidize, they can clump along the walls of our blood vessels, which can restrict your vessels and raise your risk of heart disease. So this helps that not to happen, right? And then pumpkin also contains some compounds that can promote healthy skin. So that's another reason I really like it, right? I'm trying to get my skin back in shape, right? It's always so dry. And then the carotene can act as a natural sunblock. So that's awesome news. I didn't know that. And then it contains vitamin C, which is needed to make collagen, a protein for healthy skin and strong skin. So those are all really great sources. That's why I love the drink. And it's sweet all on its own. You don't have to add anything to it. It's all natural, right? It's delicious. It's so good. And I think it kind of keeps you from wanting to eat. You know, it helps you to kind of reduce the cravings. It helps me anyway, reduce the craving. Okay, we're just gonna clean this up a little bit. So if you are a person who is wanting to get healthier, wanting to, you know, lose some weight, and you just don't know where to go, you know, what to do, you know, hopefully you'll subscribe to this channel if you find me on YouTube, and you will follow along with some of my other videos, watch those, and to get some help with reducing your weight and getting healthier and getting stronger. At our age, it's about not only dieting, trying to lose a few pounds, it's about keeping your strength up, right? Being able to be self-sufficient for longer, right? And to be able to live longer without the assistance of someone else, to keep claiming your independence, right? Pretty darn good. I don't want to really get my hands slippery, which I kind of did already, just touching that. Let me get a towel. Okay. And next comes the other part, is the other part chopped in sections, because that's so much easier to work with. Oops, I just lost a seed. Okay, you don't want to have slippery hands when you go to cut this. You want to make sure that you are tip down and work it in. Working it. There we go. kind of things I like to do, is to find healthy things and to bring it to you so you are aware of how you can improve your health. Because our food and our intake of food is really our medicine. It's so true. What you eat is what you are. You've heard that slogan before, I'm sure, and it is so true. Look at that. And you could save the seeds and bake the seeds off. I don't think I'm going to. I have some from before. I said that already, I know, but you sure could. And I'm just going to be blanching this and freezing it. So some of it I like to cook down and have it ready for my pumpkin lattes. I like to cook it, have it ready. And I just put it in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer. You could also make puree, and then you could can it, you know, like a jelly or like a, just in a jar, you know what I mean? You could do that. You can also take this whole pumpkin, cut it in half or chunks like this, and you could put it in the oven and do it that way with water. And I haven't done it that way before. And my whole thing is I want to get the water because I like the water the best. Although it made a delicious pumpkin pie for Easter. I took the pumpkin out of the freezer and I made a pumpkin pie. It was so delicious. So for Thanksgiving, sorry. For Thanksgiving. And I also made a cherry pie. And I want to tell you, the cherry pie was so different this time. It was so delicious. And the reason being is the recipe that I used this time, it called for almond extract in my dough, my pie dough. Oh, it was so delicious. I couldn't believe what a difference it made. It was really, really delicious. So you might want to try that. The next pie I make, I'm putting it in the pie dough. I can tell you that. That's how much I appreciated it, the almond extract. I loved that flavor in the pie dough. It was just an extra It was so good. So here we are trying to diet and talking about pies, right? But you know me, if you know me, I love my sweets and I will admit to it. But I try to find healthier versions of things that I like. And I'm willing to compensate. I'm really willing to, you know, try something different and to sweeten it with, you know, imitation sweetener if that's what it comes to. I'm willing to make the changes. And there's a lot of people out there that want the results, but they're not willing to make the changes. So therefore, they don't get the results. You know, they stay stuck because they are just so headstrong on not changing. And dieting and really being serious about your health, you have to be willing to make the changes. There's some changes that are just, you know, you just have to do it. Let me see if I can get this wrapped up into maybe 2 of these papers. Does it break through? If I can. I'll have to take my garbage out right away. All right. That right in the junk. And then I'll use a wrap this too. Put it right in the garbage. Okay, now we're going to kind of chunk it. Like that. We'll have to get the peel off, of course. Set some of this aside. You know, newspapers are actually sterile. because they go through the hot press. So I know when I took Lamaze class, when I was having my son, they said, like, if you have a baby at home, then you wrap the placenta and everything in newspaper. And it's like, I didn't know that, because it's so sterile. I was like, oh, that makes it easy. I just found this on a note that I wrote. What is it? Fitting curvy body types. I probably did a video on my sewing channel on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and put the chunk over here. And then I'm going to take the potato peeler and I'm going to peel off some of that rind. You could cut it off, but I'm afraid to lose too much of the pumpkin. So I'm going to just kind of peel it off. It's a little time consuming. But oh, once you're able to have that in your freezer and to pull it out and to treat yourself with something healthy, it is worth it. I also have another smaller pumpkin, and I was reading about pumpkins, and it's more of a pumpkin that is made for like bread and pies and stuff like that. I'll show it to you. I'll find it here somewhere. It's sitting, because I wanted to do that one too, but not today, because I have other things going on. But I just really wanted to bring this information to you. It's so valuable. It's so nice to find something that is good for us, right? As long as you don't fill it with a bunch of sugar, you know. Use monk fruit or stevia if you have to sweeten something. It's the best. Okay, the hard work is done. Now we're going to peel this. Making a little bit of a mess. I didn't want to put it on paper and then the paper sliding on me with the knife going, so I wanted something really sturdy underneath. So I tried it with the paper once before and it slid, so I was like, I'm not doing that again. Let me show you the other pumpkin that's more for, where did I put it? I washed it. Oh, here it is. This type of pumpkin. And they say that this is really good for making like pumpkin bread or making pumpkin pie. And it's really a good, I'm going to wash my hands off a little bit. And find my potato peeler. And then I'm going to peel these sides. I think I'm going to peel over here. That way I can put the clean pieces over here, and I'll have to find a big pot. And it's fun to oh, the peeler. It's fun to have things on hand that is like you did it yourself, you know? Instead of everything being so, I don't know if this is going to work or not, everything being so, you know, what do you call it? Like full of, all the products that you buy is always so full of, you know, bad stuff, you know, chemicals and so much sodium, so much sugar. And it's nice when you can find something that is healthy, it's good for you, and it's, you know, it's a little bit smaller piece because it's hard to get in the middle here. I just love it. It's getting a little slippery. Lost that piece. If I cut into this, I would lose probably 1/4 inch or so. I want to have all the pumpkin I can. So see, just take all that off. It's a little bit of work, but it's something good for your belly. It's something good for you, you know? And I like to grow things in the garden, and I like to have, you know, the best possible, you know, foods and things, you know? And anybody can go and just purchase a pumpkin from the grocery store and do this and have something that benefits you. It benefits your body, which is very nice. It's a lot easier using this peeler than it would be to use that knife, trying to get the, I guess I could use a smaller knife. Carve so much away. All right. Yay, yay, yay. Hands are getting a little slippery. Good, good. I'm going to be so happy when I get this in the pot. That's for sure. So dieting is not always easy. You have to kind of take the good with the bad, you know. And then each day just try to do better, or to try to get back on track. You know, we've had all kinds of different celebrations that we've gone to, and you know, with the holidays, and then you get off track, and then you get mad at yourself because you want to eat what everybody else is eating, and you want to have a little bit of treat and a little bit of goodness too. And now's the time to really cut it before Christmas. And this may not be for everybody because excuse me, it is some work, but if you're willing to do it, hey, you reap the benefits then. And even the pumpkin puree, you go to buy a can of pumpkin puree and it's, you know, full of salt, full of sugar, full of, you know, all the things that you don't need, and extra stuff. And oh, it's hot in this corner. There we go. All right. Very nice. Very good. Oh. I think we got a bad part here. Not bad part, but the butt end. Get rid of that. Oh. Doesn't peel as well as a potato. That's probably why they tell you to go ahead and bake it. That way the skin, it probably just falls right off the skin for you. Might be better, but I want to make sure I get the water out of it. I wonder if I can try it with a peeler. Be better. Maybe. See, I really gouge into it then. Take away a lot of the pumpkin. Worse. Very nice. Oh, let me rinse my hands a little bit. They get so slippery. And it's hard to hold the utensil. I don't want it to slip. Another little bad part here. Let's see. Just make fan the cutter over it. Okay. Perfect. Cut this in half. Easier to do with small chunks, that way you can get the side edges. Okay. Moving right along. So I was working over at my Airbnb, and we have a lot of pine trees over there. And I cut some trimmings off, so I've been making some flower arrangements, some greenery arrangements I should call them. And that's been a lot of fun, getting my house festive for the holidays. Been so much fun. And I also picked my dried hydrangeas, and I'm going to look for a spray paint. We got all kinds of paint, so I'm going to look and see if I have like a silver or a gold or something I could paint those hydrangeas with, and add those to some arrangements. A lot of fun. Takes determination for this type of work. Determined to reap the benefits. You're determined to work for yourself enough to put good things in your body. Potato is much smoother, I can tell you that, to peel. Now we can get to this other part, the middle that was so hard to get to. Just want to keep your fingers out of the way. Right. Let's see, you probably don't want to listen to me do this whole thing to the end, but very good. All right. And this was a large pumpkin too. You don't have to tackle this large of a pumpkin, you know. You can tackle something a little smaller. But this is the one that I got from the grocery store, so I know it's good. And it lasted a lot longer than some of the other pumpkins I had for outside. Threw those away a week ago. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want the rind off. Man gets tired, that's for sure. And my hand is already tired because I have been doing so many crafts. I've been making a lot of Christmas ornaments. Oh my gosh, so cute. I made some little drums. I made some 3D birds. So much fun. What else did I make? I took pine cones I collected in my yard, and I painted some of them green and I painted some of them white. Added bows and then wires to them. Some I added ribbons I'm going to hang outside with some other decoration. And it's been very busy with my hands lately. They've been hurting too because I've been so busy. So you probably don't want to see me go through this whole thing of pumpkin because it's an awful lot. But I encourage you to start saving your water from your fruits and vegetables and start drinking it. Start having it as a little tonic or a little for your juice in the morning instead of like high sugar orange juice or something that you get tons of calories from. So delicious. I can't even explain how delicious it is. So I'm going to go for now. My name is Karen and I am a coach, and I'd love to help you along if you are obese or overweight and you would like to lose, you know, say 50 to 75 pounds or 25 pounds, whatever it may be. And I'd love to help you to get healthier and to get back on your feet and to be more self-sufficient. Okay? Talk to you all real soon. Bye-bye.